Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a biomed of a day. I had some things run through my mind with just some of the facilities I've been going through lately, or the one I was in particular today. Just stuff that doesn't make sense to me, or obviously every facility is going to have their own internal culture or lack thereof. And the interesting thing is when you come into a facility from a ISO perspective, independent service organization, which I have worked with my entire civilian career, you gain a different insight into how things work or do not work. Things that make sense, things that don't make sense, different tendencies, different core structures that are built in within medical facilities and banner programs. Now, I have heard from colleagues, I've heard from different facilities directors, clinician directors, nurse managers, etc. Just throughout the years, just different things that just seem odd to me. So, to get into the lieu of what I'm speaking of, first off, when I hear that an engineering department is taking care of service and PMs of devices, medical devices that biomed department should be taking care of, it's very odd to me. This is the reason we're in this facility, this banner program to begin with. And I don't know if I've heard combinations of it. I don't know if it more leans to it's the directive of the flagship program itself to have biomeds not work on, or have the choice to not work on, hospital beds, OR lights, and some other odd and end things, nurse call, things along that realm. And I mean, honestly, the weirdest one for me that I've came across since, which I'm into right now, is hospital beds. I do not see why a facilities department should be taking care of hospital beds, which, that's why we were brought into. But it's also some cultures that I come across in medical facilities to where none of them play ball together. There's a facility that comes to mind right now that engineering and biomed are at war with each other. They will not even talk to each other. There's another facility to where EVS, the people that are supposed to be cleaning the beds and flagging the beds, pulling them from service, are not doing their job or not being held accountable by the departments that depend on them so that they can function. So, for instance, I went into a hospital and I have seen more than 10 roaches on that department's floor. One of them I actually stepped on and it kept going. It was crip walking. This was a gangster roach. Anywho, in the same facility, I've seen one of my techs have seen bed bugs. The hardest issue of this, which I can roll with the punches, I'm used to it, is I'm coming into a program that either has a culture established or lack thereof, and I have to discern on a floor of over 100 beds if something is working or not, because it has not been tagged, it has nothing. This isn't me complaining, because this is the job, this is what I do, I'm good at it, and I'm going to adjust and, roll with it to get as many working beds as possible for this facility. But I don't know where this headbutting comes in from, to where all these different departments make life harder for each other, when if there was just simple communication and understanding and a willingness to cohabitate and work together, everybody's job would be easier. The communication between EVS and facilities wanting to work with Biomed wanting to work with IT, vice versa, the nursing department being transparent, working with Biomed or the facilities. It's not just this one hospital or two hospitals that I'm referencing. It's across the spectrum, at least on the dozens of facilities I'm in every year. Where's the culture gone? And I know probably some of it could be alluding to with, you have traveling nurses come in, so there's a lot of staffing issues to where people aren't as invested in the facility they're taking care of because they're not there all the time. They're literally going from place to place to place. But that's just a minute, usually the issues I'm coming across with what I'm referencing aren't in turn with the nursing at all. Biomeds are always going to have our little thing we like to poke fun at with the nurses, but no, when it comes to a culture thing, it's management holding all of their departments accountable and wanting to work together and communicate. It's frustrating to me to see that things are not working in a cohabitating nature, because at the end of the day, when I come across facilities like this and I see problems coming in from a third-party perspective, this goes down and trickles down to the overall patient care, patient safety, patient experience in these medical facilities. And it saddens me a little bit. We are in the medical infrastructure. We are in the positions and the careers we chose today because we wanted to make an impact on the lives of other people. We get off and have an appreciation for helping other people. And I feel like, at least in some of the facilities I've gone into, that's not the number one concern. It's, are we meeting budget? Are we getting kudos? Are we getting accolades? Are we, making sure ours is right before anybody else's is right? That's not the right answer in healthcare, period. And as a biomed, we can only do so much. We can control and advise and, communicate what we can help better a program, a culture with. And just a simple discussion I had with a team in one department of this facility, like telling them what I see, how I feel we can make changes and make things better for them, make things run more smoothly, what I can do to help them. I felt like there was sunlight at the end of the tunnel for them. Like, I felt like I literally witnessed all these clinicians just beam with, hope, which is like, that's great that I can do that for people, but it kind of took me aback a little bit. The whole reason fostering this video is like, is it really that bad? Or have we just gone lackadaisical a little bit? So that was my video, my really long-winded video today. And, I would love to just hear your thoughts on any of the aspects that I covered, or just your experiences. Like, let's get a discussion going, people. That's what it's all about, man. Man, I can't wait for Friday. May the beard be with you.